On today's show,
our angry Uncle Bob stops by with his piping hot NBA takes.
In a Thanksgiving edition of Crossfire, we debate the NBA's best side dish and biggest turkey.
And who wants stuffing? We're going to run down the top 10 blocks of the season so far.
It's Wednesday, November 25th. The starter starts now.
Good evening, Sweet World, and welcome to the starters. Whether you're joining us live on NBA TV or watching us a little bit later on YouTube, we're happy to have you. I'm J.E. Skeets, and alongside me, as always, Tass Mellis.
You're like family to us.
To his right, it's the international man of mystery, Lee Ellis.
Friends.
Lily. And last, certainly not least, filling in for Trey Kirby, who's actually off for the holidays, it's our angry Uncle Bob.
Hi.
Bob.
Bobby.
Thanks for filling in. Appreciate it. Now, at this point, when Trey's usually there, we tend to go to him for a funny video or photo, something happening in the NBA world. He shares it with us. Do you have anything?
I don't do the internet, but have my boys print out this picture for me.
What?
Ben Matlock. Best show on TV.
All right, excellent. All right, so why Uncle Bob is here is because he's here for Thanksgiving tomorrow. He got in a day early, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Couldn't leave him at home. He'd burned the place down, so we had him come in here. He somehow talked our producer into coming on the show because you convinced him that you have some hot NBA opinions, strong NBA opinions. So
Yeah, I've been watching.
you've been watching ball.
Yeah, I saw the Warriors are doing good, but let me tell you something. They'll never get to 72 wins. They don't have MJ's heart.
That's your first hot take.
Warriors never getting to 72 wins.
Okay, well, this is
No
interesting.
heart.
They set the NBA record last night against the Lakers on Tuesday night. They go to 16-0. It's history. It's theirs. Sorry to the Rockets of 93-94. Sorry to the Washington Capitals of 48-49.
Sorry to MJ's Bulls, Bob. MJ never did this.
So they've got the 16 consecutive wins. They're, of course, trying to maybe chase the all-time record 72-10. Do you agree with Angry Uncle Bob? Is this something that's sort of ridiculous in a way?
You can't just shoot it down, Bob. I'll give you a couple reasons why. First of all, they are kicking butt. They're winning by more than 15 points a game.
Yeah.
No team has ever done that in history. But 72 is a very long ways away. There are going to be some bad nights, but what the Warriors have going for them on those bad nights, they can come back in a hurry. If they're down 12, 14, 15 when they're having a bad night
We've
like they
seen
did.
it.
Yeah, exactly. They came back against the Nets. They came back against the Clippers. It happened. And another reason, they have a lineup no one can figure out at this point. And although we all know that the small ball lineup is killing teams, it still sort of surprises teams because they don't run it out to start games. They run it out in the last few minutes. You still have to play other teams. You still have to scout this team. So it is a bit of a surprise to me. They maintain that health. And my last point here, Bob, I think they get another little midseason motivation bump when Steve Kerr comes back.
Okay.
That's a nice little bonus for them.
The good thing about them is the ball never
Bob's
sticks.
just eating.
Yeah, is he even paying attention? I don't
No.
know. Well, what do you think? Is it okay? Look, because it's not just crazy Uncle Bob or angry Uncle Bob, whatever we're calling him.
He's both.
We've heard Reggie Miller say
Yeah.
this on the broadcast. Say, look, let's stop talking about them chasing the 72-10 Bulls. There, we've heard Kenny Smith last night between the games say, come on, it's too far fetched. Great start, but too far fetched.
Sure.
People to some extent say it's like disrespectful to even think that this team is in the sort of same
Yeah.
stratosphere as the Bulls. What do you say to that?
Well, I think so far what they've shown to us is they absolutely should be at least compared to these teams because they do it at both ends of the floor, and that's really what stands out. Defensively, they're fantastic, and offensively, they share the ball so well. The ball never sticks. They lead the league in assists. 70% of their field goals come via an assist.
Cool stat.
And they also lead fast break points as well. So once you either miss a shot or you turn the ball over, they get out in transition and run, and then they've got so many different weapons who can really spread the floor. You can go to the corners, you can give it to Iggy or Harrison Barnes or Steph, obviously, and Clay, and then you've got Draymond who can run down. Festus Ezeli's great at filling the lane as well. They can do everything at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, whether or not they actually do this, and it's going to get interesting when we get into March and April, if the record is in play, and whether or not they really go for it, or they try and rest guys because they're going into the playoffs. It'll be interesting come then, but you can't write them off because this isn't some team that was, 45-win team last year. Like they were good and suddenly like, whoa, they're on a hot streak.
Yeah.
They won the title and they won 67 games, and you already said it, Tass, they're absolutely punking teams. Like
Exactly.
all of that added up And also, they're not really overexerting themselves
No.
by any means. A lot of the times, they're not even playing their starters in the fourth quarter because they're killing teams. It's like they're not doing anything all that crazy. So I think, in a weird way, it is in play.
I think the Warriors definitely want to get their bench going, which doesn't bode well for 72 wins. They definitely want to have their bench rolling.
Yeah.
8, 9, 10, 11 deep going into the playoffs. So that doesn't
Their
bode
bench
well.
is
to
that
win.
good, too.
It
So
is-
it can
it
win
is
them
quite
games as
good.
well. All right, let's go back to
Fine.
Angry Uncle Bob. I don't know if we've
Let's
convinced
just
him.
give the Warriors the trophy then. Nobody's beating them anyways, so you say.